What's up, YouTube? Man, CRM, let's talk about that today. I made a video last night and we talked about the inclusion into the Dow, kicking the other ones out. Gone. Get out of here. New times. And while I actually took my little position here and I drew a trade out for each one of those, I could not do it with CRM because of earnings and I didn't want to gamble it. So I wanted to make a follow-up video, and tonight we're going to talk about how I'm going to trade CRM tomorrow. I'm a little annoyed that I missed this. I really am. I like CRM. I like the ticker. I like where it's going. I like its trend. I like the business. I mean, we could talk about fundamentals, technicals. You know I'm a technical trader. Price is king. There's the, technicals, fundamentals, and then the characteristics. I like everything about this one, so I'm actually a little annoyed. The FOMO definitely is real. No matter how long you've been in the market, FOMO can creep up on you. So seeing that, I'm a little annoyed. So in that video, I talked about a pullback right here. Did not get it, and I should have paid closer attention. We got that. We started to ramp up. Not a whole lot here. Like the couple times I checked it, we're red. We're going good. I checked it again later in the day, and I saw this, and I was like, earnings. I have expected this to sell off. I was like, you know what? Earnings going to come out. Hopefully we can get that red candle. Don't know why. I don't really have a bearish case for this. But I'm thinking, you know, the Dow has nothing to do with this. You know, nothing to do with the company, right? So I think we'll sell off. We'll dip by. This is going to be a great play. So I do still think it's a great play. And now we're going to talk about getting into it. So tomorrow, as you can see, guys, after hours, we went screaming. We had to check the hourly. No bearishness here. Like pushed up, a little bit of a wick here. New candle, right back up. At the lowest volume, at extended hours, we're just now making this, and we still have a minute 20 for this to close, and then we have one more hour. Nothing to really do here. Now, it doesn't take much, relatively speaking, to market hours to push something up after hours, so I'm kind of hoping a lot of this is an overreaction. I'm hoping there's some. This is definitely one I think there's going to be a continuation out of. But when we're talking about trading tickers like this, especially if you're a follower of mine, and you guys know I like to trade price action and zones, we're at 52-week highs. We're at everything highs. We're just hanging out. We're doing all right. We're making what investors call a bubble. It's a bubble. It's too high. Stock market's crazy. I can't believe it's that high. Anyway, enough making fun of them. We don't have a lot of action to trade off of. You have just one giant green candle. Where do we go from here? We'd like to see a base. So, for instance, right here, we saw this really kind of base out. These indecisive candles, what look like indecisive candles, is buyers buying it up, sellers selling it. And that's what makes it. That's where you get that balance, right? And that forms that base. That's the area of attention. That's that game of tug of war. Because one side's arms will get tired. It will give up. And then you will see it take off that direction. Ultimately, what moves, I don't care if you're a fundamentals guy, technicals guy, you're buying it because 5 years down the road you think it's still going to be a company, or you're buying it because the next 5 minutes you think it's going to be a green candle. The common denominator in there are buyers. Buyers make it go up. When there's more buyers, it goes up. More sellers, it goes down. It's the basics. That's supply and demand. That's how it works. This is like a constant, ongoing auction. And right now, there is not a lot of anybody saying, do I have a seller here? That's not a lot. We can take it for granted. We can kind of keep an eye on this area right here. That's all we have. That's an after hours, barely anything. Let's make that a light purple, just because we are just not entirely confident in that area. So how I'm looking to trade this tomorrow, I'm looking for an overreaction, some profit taking, some sell-off. That's a huge push up. I'm hoping there are some traders in here, some gamblers. Maybe they want to take some profit. I see it. Now, if we gap up, I'm looking for a pullback. Let's say it actually, let's grab the paintbrush tool out. Let's say this gaps up here, sells off. I'm buying it at this zone, looking for that to bounce. If we, let's say there's some profit take, hard to say. I'm thinking that's the more likely scenario, actually, right there. I'm going to delete these lines. I don't want that to influence anybody. If we were to get into this area, gap down, sell off, however the scenario is. I want to see it do this, not specifically to this time, but I want to see us hang out here. I don't want to see a rejection from right here. I want to see some kind of base action, because when we get inside that base, like once we do that inside that zone, now we can take the play and say, okay, we've come down here before, we can stop out there. Our take profit, gonna be hard to say. We're probably outside of an expected move anyway. I like to have it on all my trades. There's a take profit out here anyway. For now, where would I put that? I guess let's keep it at 270. I'll delete it anyway. The reason I like to do these, I put take profits even at all-time highs. I picked this up a lot from when I trade Forex. Forex has a lot of manipulation, and there'll be like quick spikes, quick news, something that pops it. And it'll jump up and tag that take profit and likely come right back down, and I'm right back in. So I never get in a trade without one. So let's delete that. Right now, I kind of want to keep an eye on this zone tomorrow. I'm thinking we're going to have a bullish day tomorrow. So maybe a gap up, some morning volatility, it spikes down into here. That's the more likely play. If it does gap down or sell off, I will wait for the sellers to stop before I get in anything. So let's say it actually does sell. Let's say we sell off tomorrow. We just sell off, sell. At some point in time, we will either A, come down here and base out, or we'll just randomly pick a spot in the middle and start to base out here. Same scenario. Once, we'll probably hop down like the 15-minute time frame. Once I see it actually basing out, we're not making lower lows anymore. That's the important part. If we're trending down, lower lows, lower highs, the more important part, lower lows. Once we stop making lower lows, you know, what's next? We're going to stop making lower highs. We're going to go horizontal. At that point, we're starting to get the curve and the bounce back. That's where I will be interested. This will be one I'll kind of have to babysit tomorrow, because we don't really have the structure to trade that off of. What we do have left is this area right here. I'll zone out and I'll leave this for you guys. We definitely have something going on right there. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have to babysit this one. If I see it base out in the middle, I'm in. We gap up and it sells off into this zone, I am in. But I need the structure to trade it first. The likelihood of just a gap and go, I've seen it before. But at that point, we'll probably get a little too, probably really overbought at that point, and I'll have to just wait. You don't have to trade everything. You don't have to trade every day either. But I need the structure to be there. So I'm looking for any kind of pullback, any kind of base. I want to know that the sellers were there and it got met with all the buyers. Not just 300 Spartans. You guys know how that movie ended. I want to make sure we're holding this thing up, and I'm going to get in with these guys. Once I see that game of war getting played, I'm going to be on the buyer side, and I'm jumping in. So I will end that here for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you trade this? Did you hold it over earnings? Did you get that? Did you get your gamble on? How excited are you? And what are you going to do going forward? I will see you in the next video.